Hello, I'm Father Joe Gambala, and today is Tuesday of the 30th week in Ordinary Time. Our reading is taken from the Gospel according to St. Luke. Jesus said, "What is the kingdom of God like? To what can I compare it? It is like a mustard seed that a man took and planted in a garden. When it was fully grown, it became a large bush, and the birds of the sky dwelt in its branches." Again he said, "To what shall I compare this kingdom of God? It is like yeast that a woman took and mixed with 3 measures of wheat flour until the whole batch of the dough was leavened." The Gospel of the Lord. In Jesus' day, they did not have packets of yeast. They did not know about the yeast mold. We didn't actually discover that until the invention of the microscope. But use yeast they did. To get it, although they technically didn't know exactly what it was, but it was used. This way, you take some flour, you'd mix it with some water, probably roll it in a bowl, put it in a jar, close the jar, and stick it in a dark place. And then about 5 or 6 days later, you come and open up that jar. Well, there's going to be an odor, and it's going to be bad. And that dough is going to be covered with this green mold. That's yeast mold. And and they called it leaven. And when they were making leavened bread, they would break off pieces of this and sprinkle it throughout the dough and knead it in. And that would cause the dough to rise. But it was smelly, it was kept in a dark place, and yet it serves a great purpose. In the Old Testament, when this leaven is referred to, it's never referred to in a very positive way. And because of its smell and because it was kept in the dark, it had a kind of a bad connotation. Jesus is using that as a symbol of the cross. Remember, he's talking about what's the kingdom of God like? Well, he's talking, kingdom of God is going to be like the resurrection. For just like the yeast through the cross, the leaven makes the bread rise, so through the cross, Jesus rises from the dead so that we can as well.